Sup, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Uh, that's the video. Let's go to YouTube Sync. Let me set that up for you. This way we have access to the video at the same time,
Yeah, we did that before.
which is so much easier. Okay. This is the room. Join this one. And then I'm talking to this my challenger Swain one trick friend, Rod of Ages. Alright, you in?
Yep.
Okay. Trying to research Rod of Ages. Alright. So we start off in game here. Alright. Hold on. Did you have load screen in here?
The champion select? No.
No. Like load
Oh,
screen.
the load screen. No, I didn't. I
Okay.
didn't have it.
I need you to tab basically with at some point to find out for me. Okay. Diana, which means she's gonna start blue, which means she doesn't invade. They have triple armor. That's pretty easy team comp. Okay, so all you have to do is you just have to be aware of a gank at 3 minutes. Diana can't gank without blue because she'll run out of mana while clearing.
Yeah. You like the Cho'Gath support too?
We have a Cho'Gath support. I like that Master Yi mid. That's what I'm looking at. That's pretty more interesting.
I won't spoil anything what happens.
Cloth 4? Shouldn't it be cloth 5? No, hold on. 300 plus 50, 50, 50, 50. Right, cloth 5 is old school.
Yeah, it's old school. I don't think I was playing the game back then. That's how old it is.
Okay, so Darius has a level 1 cheese, but he chose not to do it against you. Basically, when he gets in the bush, just don't stand near the bush. And when he does this, just run this way. You were running this way, and he only has to go forward to catch you. If you run this way,
Right.
he can't catch you because he's only coming from one direction. So he trades for you for free, and then he replenishes health if you try trading back. You don't want to attack him either. You want to. It's okay to let this lane push back into your tower because this is a very defensive lane. Like he can 100 to 0 you like that. Like he's just gonna keep doing that. You know it's up in every like 5-7 seconds. So just let the lane push. He's gonna push it up. If you have to drop CS, it's okay. Don't Q him too much though, cause save your Q if you need to CS. That's the only thing. Like you're not gonna be able to trade with him, cause look, like the amount of health you damage him with, like the cost of the spell, it's nothing because he has Doran shield. So he just like it's just 28 damage. Like you're really not gonna do anything unless you auto attack him. You know. So instead, you can just use that Q to last hit here. Cause like you just missed one last hit because you didn't have your Q up, so you could just Q auto it, and then you replenish health, and then you don't need to waste the
Right.
potion if you do so. Like really use your potions effectively because top laners have a difficult time comparing potion usage. Down in bot lane, it's like you just do a big trade. You have experience with playing ranged 80 carries. When you see that your damage is like 48, you should be using your Q as a form of a last hit tool. If you're caught within his pull, stay close to him. As stupid as that sounds, his Q does less damage if you're getting hit by the the handle of the axe rather than the actual axe.
Now I was wondering that does that reduce his healing too?
I'm not. Let me see. I think you don't even like you get less healing, but let me see. I know it does less damage. Cause like the old way, it used to be the same thing. Like you used to just press Q and you'd spin. Uh, Darius has his axe around here. The hilt of the axe will not apply hemorrhage. Darius heals for 12% of his for enemies hit by Demacian's blade up to a maximum of 36%. Yeah, the hilt, which is basically the part I'm telling you not to get hit by. The only thing that it's gonna do is not apply hemorrhage, but it does heal him. The healing is not like mitigated.
Okay.
So it's just like while
But
he
I won't get
heals,
a bleed stack.
you will not bleed. But he will auto you, so you will have to maintain that. But like
I'll
you
get
you,
one
you want to stand
less.
close to him until he uses it because like as stupid as it sounds, it's like your only hope of like not taking external damage. Like you take an extra like percent damage by standing outside. Plus bleed also hits pretty hard too. It's fine to last it, just don't miss any under tower. Like it's okay to let this shove into lane because you crush him at 6 generally.
I just have to practice on the last inning.
Use your E more often. Like remember, don't be afraid.
I
It's the same thing as playing like Ezreal. Just don't be afraid to use your E, or not your E. Don't be afraid to use your magic spells, to secure last hits. Like if you have to do it, do it. Like if you have to drop it, drop it. Like he can't trade with you. Like once he misses his Q, it's kind of awkward for him because he cancels his auto. Nice. With that move speed, you're able to dodge the attack. Don't try to push it. Just use the stealth to your advantage and just auto it. Yeah. Okay, you missed that creep right there. Okay, well, he's coming. Save your... Okay. This is a really awkward gank position. Yeah,
Yeah, we he saw Diana
that's
coming
fine.
while he was running.
It's not just that, but, like, you kept going. See, like, that was a Lee. You'd probably be in trouble. You might have to burn flash if that were Lee. If it were Lee, though. Like, with Diana, it's a different story. Nice. Keep that up. Watch the map. They're just killing the control ward. Sad. Diana's still up there. Remember, she was just there. Doesn't mean she's like gone yet. She flashed. So do you want to time that? You want to just back up? Press tab, click the flash button, and just time the flash. So you have Darius's flash, and he has running. He has to be running. I don't think he's running grasp. I cannot. I didn't see it, but I know he's not running like. I hope he's not running Colossus because that would be retarded too. Um, he's not running like Thunderlord, so he can't like he's not like a booster level like fucking smasher. Because Thunderlords is like the fastest way. Thunderlords or Storm Raider Surge is the fastest way to fucking end games. Because like you just kill people and run. Okay, you're 6. Um, with Yasuo in the mid lane, what you can do is you can't push. But if you do ever, okay, so he's running Fervor, retarded. If he ran, okay, so if he's running Fervor, that means that he's running reduced summoner cooldown. So Flash would be 4 minutes 45 seconds. He flashed around 6 or 550 if I'm not mistaken. So he'll have his flash of around 9-10 minutes. So that means that within this window, you have the opportunity to kill him or gank. Ask for a gank. Okay. Also, Yasuo is prone to dying. Like you can kill Yasuo. Um. You notice how like you shove the lane, right? A
Yeah.
standard tactic that top laners like to do. It's very hard for Akali to do this, but if you ever shove someone out of lane and you're 6 and you see an opportunity to just come down mid and kill them, do it. Make sure you press tab beforehand because at the time I didn't see any extra information. Basically, when you push top, right? You after he flashed, tab, press the flash button, check Yasuo's items. If he has one item, like blade, like Doran's blade, gank him because he hasn't backed yet. So that means that you guys are on equal footing. You guys basically are 1v1ing each other as if you guys were in the same lane, but you're not, obviously. But
Right.
if he came back with like a crit cloak and like a dagger like he's doing now, it swings in his favor because he has in fact backed and spent his gold. So and then like potions come into account whereas you only have a cloth armor. So if you ever get the chance to shove, check your items, check his items, see if you can fight him in combat and come down roam mid and then help Yi get a kill because Yi can snowball as fast as you can. Hecarim has to go full tank to make up for your lack of tank on top lane, but that's pretty much it. Uh, yeah, that's fine. Just keep up the defensive CS. It's not even a big deal.
I wasn't sure how far his pull is.
It's deceptive. Like sometimes it's short as fuck.
Yeah,
Like when
that's
he's
why I
on my
wasn't
team,
sure.
when he's on my team, jump
I,
on him, get as much damage on him as possible. He's not gonna cancel his teleport. Just
Yeah,
ping that he teleported. Just ping that he teleported. There's no pings going across the map that he teleported. The
yeah,
most,
that's
the most, the most obvious lane for him to teleport to, based on, okay, when he started casting his teleport in front of you, first of all, you have to go damage him. The reason why you do that is because, like, look at this, right? So there's no indicator on where it could be in the map. Now, your teammates could barely see it, but like, it could be behind them right now, down in bot lane, because the most obvious place for you to teleport is down in bot lane. He knows that you can't stop it because you have no hard CC, because you're
right.
Akali. Instead, just jump on
That's
him.
why I didn't.
No, no, jump on him. Deal as much damage as possible. Because when he comes to lane, if someone sees him like really low, like oh just fuck him up or something. But he's not gonna get that low. Just throw all your spells at him. Like you're supposed to jump on. Like if he's doing that, just do as much damage as possible. Champions like Vladimir can't stop. Like it used to be Vladimir versus Shen back in the old days, and Vladimir cannot stop Shen from doing anything. So instead, Vladimir would just throw full combo and like ult the Shen and like just start shitting on him. And then when the time the Shen gets there, he's about like 60% HP instead of being at 100. So then like they try tower diving and they can't because the Shen's too low. So
Right.
with that in mind, I mean, like, it's nothing's happening right now. Your bot lane's full HP, but like Cho'Gath has ult, which does true damage, and then if Draven hits 6, he can ult too. But like, you know what I'm saying? And Draven hits hard, and like Akali, I mean, Darius isn't building armor early because he tends to build Black Cleaver, so he is pretty squishy if he doesn't get any healing off. You know, because like they can kite him with Rupture, Silence, and then with Silence on Cho'Gath. Like I'm assuming they teleport bot lane because like that's usually what top laners do now. They just teleport bot lane. So assuming all these situations come based on your bot lane and what you can do to your top laner right now, you could screw him over just by attacking the shit out of him, and your teammates see a free kill because they're both at 100% HP. And someone who's at 70%, maybe 80% HP cannot fight two people that are at 100% HP with abilities to hard CC. He's teleporting mid, but you don't know that. I have no idea why it doesn't indicate on the map, but that doesn't matter. Just ping that he's teleporting. You press tab and you start spamming. He is using teleport and do it like 50 times because like it's pretty important. Okay, so he's gone off the map. Shove, just shove. Don't even like just shove. You have no choice but to shove. He reveals himself on the map. Just ping danger. He's mid, like 2 or 3 times. But shove because this is your only opportunity. You notice that he did not use teleport to get to um, the lane. So he was planning on doing this because he can do it freely because he could do it in your face, but like if he does it in your face, just again punish him next time. And then on top of the punishment, since he's already committed to teleporting, he didn't cancel shove because this will shove the tower CS to the tower, so he loses all the CS. So he came mid lane to get one wave, and he stopped. I mean, and then your bot lane gets some kills. And okay, I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know
I
what
don't
he was
understand that
doing.
teleport. And then he walked all the way up to top lane because that's the thing. Okay, so looking at items right now, he's going for Phage, which contributes into Black Cleaver, like I said. Um, Phage going into Black Cleaver is it means he doesn't have shoes, but that still doesn't mean you can trade with him. You're ahead of him in CS, which means that he's not CSing properly, and normally a Darius like that would have to CS very well. His fervor is actually really bad for him because fervor no longer procs off of abilities. Instead, it only procs off of auto attacks. So if you manage to trade with him, his fervor will not like increase the amount of damage that he dealt by a substantial amount. If he, however, locks you in an auto W auto, that's 3 stacks of fervor. Then he autos you again. That's gonna hurt. Like it's gonna hurt a lot. You shouldn't like trade with him if he manages to pull you. However, if he's just looking for a Q, that's not gonna do that much damage. You shouldn't be getting hit by the Q anyway because you generally stand super far back. If you decide to all in him, use a I would wait till Hextech Gunblade because your burst is bigger than his. He has to stack up his things in order to burst you. So I recommend using W when you're trading with him, and or attempting to all in him. But I don't recommend all inning him until you get Hextech Gunblade because that's your best bet of for sure kill. Like until then, it's usually risky because like jungler, outside factors, junglers, bleed, minion aggro, like stuff that is stuff that is there. Whereas Hextech Gunblade guarantees that extra shock to secure that he doesn't get away, as well
I
as shitting on him.
canceled my auto there.
I
I
know,
thought
I
it was
see it.
sad because I
Okay,
wanted to get them both at the same time.
no, just focus on getting the CS. It's more important is like yeah, get them at the same time. But if you can't do it, just like focus on the timings of your autos. Oh wow, it does a lot of damage.
I'm also used to the E being West cooldown.
Yeah, the oldie where you would just spin for days. That's not happening.
Yeah.
Ping Mia a lot. Ping Mia a lot. You can't stand here. Ping Mia a lot. Darius is Mia. He's probably backing, but you gotta ping Mia a lot. Okay, so there he is. So W. Yeah, that cancels his auto. That's gonna suck right there. You
I
can't.
tried getting closer to him.
Yeah, no, you can't. That's why I said it sucks. Like that's
I
what
did
happens.
try.
Because what happens is you can't just click on him because that's gonna get you into auto range, which is like a little bit far. His hilt is actually smaller than it looks. Instead, hold the tilde button, the squiggly line on your keyboard next to the one, and that'll get you. And then just like slowly tap on top. Actually, no, that's target champions only. It doesn't work. Yeah, just click behind him. I guess like that's the fastest way because like you're trying to run past him. Get it? Like so I guess that's the closest way to try to get closer. Otherwise, if you can,
Yeah.
you have move speed increase, so try getting. You can try running away from it too. You have a lot of sustain. You also have 3 stacks. Notice that his flash is up.
Yes.
So call for a gank. Hecarim's in that position. He just doesn't have blue. Like I'm just saying like when you see that like oh Darius has flash again. Like you should be able to ping that. I haven't seen you do the only pings I've seen you do is like missing pings because Darius was Mia.
And the teleport.
I don't think you pinged teleport.
I did.
You
I
did?
did.
I did not
Yeah.
see it like at all.
I did three times.
Oh, you did. Okay, but was that when?
That was for me to time it instead of
No, but like you
other
didn't
people
time
though.
it upon you didn't time it upon seeing it. Here it is, like right here, like right here. So it's 7:56, right? And then teleport has if I'm not mistaken, it should have a 5 minute cooldown. Let me see.
I
Five
gave it
minute. I'm
4.
almost sure it's 5 minutes, huh?
I gave it 4.
It's 5 minutes, right? And then
His reduced summoner
he
spells.
has reduced summoner spells, so it's the same summoner spell timing as Flash, 4 minutes 45 or 4 minutes 45 seconds. So therefore you would have it at around 8:30 ish, maybe yeah 8:30 ish. So with that being said, 8:30 is or 8 yeah 8:30 and then no 11:30. So it's 11:30 around that time is his teleport. So you have a 10-minute flash and 11:30. So if you kill him within that time, he can't teleport back to lane and pressure you. But then you time it like you ping that he's mean, and then you time his teleport at 8:54. So you're 20 seconds late. So if you time it wrong, it's really bad. You know,
Okay. I did say 4 minutes, so it kind of worked out. But I
like a
thought the
little bit,
tele
yeah. Now the
I,
problem
I
with that is when you ping Darius to use teleport, um if the laners aren't paying 100% attention, because here's what I'm assuming if I'm bot lane, okay? Oh, Darius just used teleport upon this time. Like he just used teleport to get back to the lane. Because earlier he appeared mid, right? But there was no animation of teleport, right? Which means that
okay.
he could have just walked mid, then teleported top. That's what bot lane could see if they just look at the map. You know, he just oh he's mid. Oh he topped. Oh Akali said he timed teleport. He appeared top. You look at it from another person's perspective. That is a wrong assumption. You know because you know different. So that is the
Right.
importance of timing center spells because like your late timing is like oh his teleport shouldn't be up. Like obviously like if they're good people like if they're good players that are actually actively trying to improve upon seeing your teleportation timer of upon seeing your teleportation timer of
It's like 8,
eight something, right?
10.
That they'll add 4 or 5 minutes to it, so they'll assume that teleport's up at 12 minutes. But then if they see us teleport at 11, they're like, "Fuck! Why is the timing so early? It should not be this early."
Right.
Because he will not be building Ionian. He will not be building like he's not gonna be building inside. That's understandable. So they give it about 4 minutes, but they'll expect that because you timed out around 8:50. They expect a 12-minute, 50-second teleport, which means around 13 minutes. Any point afterwards is a teleport. But if they come at 11:30 or like 11:45, you're a minute short, and that can cost them. Maybe they haven't backed in time. Maybe your bot lane hasn't backed soon enough so that they could buy their items before that 11-minute power spike, so that they would be ready for Darius's teleport. Maybe your bot lane isn't able to combat him as soon as they show up because like he teleported from base. Like they got to be obviously they have to be ready for it, but I think that it would be better for you to time it immediately because he was right in front of you, and then like wait, is this no this I went back, yeah. right here. So that's pretty much it. Also, you have your teleport to match it, so don't teleport to lane unless you really have to get a giant creep wave. And I mean big creep wave, like cannon or two or something like that.
Right.
And then right here, ping Mia. I have it hot binded to my forward click mouse button, and I spam Mia like just like by standing there. Um, okay, so he's gonna try to trade with you. I remember that you said you tried to get closer to him. That's fine. It's no big deal. Um, you'll sustain yourself under tower. It's not that hard to trade with him. Just trade with him more when you have it's more it's better for you to get it's better for you to get safe CS secured under your tower over um CS that is very risky. Like gold is valuable to you, so obviously you can't afford to miss CS. But like CSing properly requires you to CS under tower, CS outside of tower. You know, like there's some matchups you just can't do anything about without jungler assistance. Like
That's
I'm
why I only went. That's why I only went for pretty much the safe ones.
if you go for the ones that are guaranteed to be safe, like you will not take excess amounts of damage, because if he locks you in a combo and you cannot like defend yourself against it, which is like most likely gonna happen because like you generally can't defend yourself against it.
Yeah.
You know, do it.
This is the time where I ping the missing because he didn't do that cheese again. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so what Darius does at level 1, and as stupid as it is, he just stands in this like right here and then just walks up and zones you 100% if he has W. Like he just wins. Like nobody can trade with him at level 1. And if he locks you in W, you get fucked because you get auto W auto, and then he just continues to walk forward and kite you forward. Like kiting forward is the most disgusting thing in the world with him. When he W locks you down, like it's too powerful. So like you cannot just walk into lane blindly. W W W W. Get speed, get speed. Okay, never mind. You have another. Okay, flash. So for this,
I just time my flash.
it's not about the flash. It's your usage of W. You can cancel his auto. You remember that like you use the bush mechanic to your advantage, where if you jump in the bush, right? If you jump in the
Right.
bush, you um if you jump in the bush, you negate the person's auto if they're performing an auto on you, right?
Right.
So with that being said, if you use your stealth, your
I can
W,
teleport closer to him too.
you can walk closer to him, yes, because you gain 100% move speed for that like time.
No,
So,
I get the blink if you don't remember.
Hmm?
I W gives you a blink like a flash.
that's what it does. What? I could have sworn it just
Yeah.
gives you 100% move speed.
It gives you a blink now with the rework. So I could have just like blinked onto him and finished him.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Like I could have sworn it gives you. Oh, it only gives you. Okay, so it doesn't give you 100% move speed anymore. Because I assume people didn't. Okay, well yeah. Use your W to blink. Like, cause
Even
it's. I'm more concerned about the stealth factor rather than anything else.
right.
Because you negate an auto, so you win the trade no matter what. Like, it's just easier for you to save your flash. But remember, when you time his flash, ping your flash, then ping his flash. I'll check your masteries after. You should be running natural talent. You maximize Akali's effectiveness in combat if you run natural talent.
I'm pretty sure I do.
She's a different champion. She runs hybrid penetration, not um, magic
I
pen.
do.
Yeah.
The reds, right?
Yes. There's
Yeah, I
nowhere.
do the
Don't
hybrids.
run it on your quints. Other thing is that being a very powerful champion, she can be a one-trick champion. But at that point, how one tricks work is you just play that champion because nobody really bans that champion, right? You just have to know
Right.
how to deal with everything of the matchup. You just have to know how to deal with your late game decision making and how to roam and how to cheese. It's pretty straightforward. Just give mid, top, and you got this. It's not that hard. At that point, it just becomes your fundamentals of the games. If you know the champion, Like right here, I can see that you have your Akali like stuff down. The only thing is that you can conserve your usage of other your summoner spells, and that's the most important thing. It's like the same thing I tell my players to play Vayne. You don't have to use your tumble to dodge skill shots every single time because that's consuming too much mana, or your flash to flash a skill shot when you can dodge it by hand. If you can't dodge it by hand, you go to the next thing down the line, which is tumble. If you dodge a skill shot using tumble, then you no longer need to flash. So using
Right.
your blink, you kind of like skip the thing. Like if you can use your W to close the distance instead of using your flash, use your blink. Use whatever resources. Like basically, your flash is so important to you to defending you that like while you have other things like your stealth, there are champions that have infinite mobility that match you. I'm already looking at one. It's Lee Sin. Like he can Q, then he can W, and then he can say it's 13 minutes. Now, obviously, like they were ready for it, but like you got to time the teleport for that one. He went into Fog of War, so time his teleport, shove the lane.
Yeah, they flame me for it too.
Well, yeah, well, it's because remember they timed the teleport late, and they assume it's a 5 minute cooldown because like Darius usually doesn't take some Dariuses take the other mastery that isn't insight. Also he teleported through Fog of War, so you weren't aware of that, but you do have to ping Mia that he was in fact Mia. I did not see that at all in the lane. So that's one error.
Right.
It's just ping control. Like you might not be talking, but that's okay. Just communicate via ping. So and that's just as important as top lane because like top lane is just so isolated compared to what mid lane is because like top lane rooms are a little bit more scary because like mid lane rooms like it's easy to tell, but teleport rooms are like kind of disgusting because like it's just too quick. Like they only have like 5 seconds to react to it, whereas a mid lane room they have longer than 5 seconds, maybe between 15 to 20. Stealth. Oh, that is a blink. Okay, yeah, you can use your blink next. What the fuck? You could have just gone down. Kick to the minion if you can, anyway. Okay, so right here. This is actually an easy one. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know how to get away from that.
Okay, so use stealth right here. Right? Now, let's say you stealth right here. You put it partially in the bush, partially not in the bush, right? Now they warded it, right? So if you put it partially in the bush, you would have been able to run this way. Like you just straight up put part of it in the bush and part of it here. There are two options. You go down this way, or you go down that way. Going
Okay.
down this way allows you to do one thing. You pray to God because there's a plant. There has to be a plant there. I can't see it, and the reason why I can't see it is because the white thing on your screen. That's not your fault. The white thing on your screen is blocking where the plant should be. In theory, it could be right there. Not sure. If you don't see it that way, what you would do is you would go down there, find the crab, pray to God that they didn't kill the crab, press R on the crab. Use your ulti
Okay.
as an escape method too, and then you die. So now I'll find out. So the plant isn't there. So the other option is to keep running, right? So you run the fuck down. She has her ult, but obviously that's gonna be tough for you. Run to Raptors. Jump to Raptors. That's one of your best bets. Next time, let me see if crab is there. God damn
Can
it!
I can I
Hide the
jump
thing.
to
Huh?
the plant?
No,
If
you
it's
can't
there,
jump to
can I?
plant. No, you can't jump to plant. So it
Okay.
looks like the crab was there. You could pray to God, like I said, and run down, and you could have you could have jumped to the crab, and you could have escaped. That's the
Right.
only option. There are only two escape routes. You cannot go up. They're on you. Like you noticed that. So
Yeah.
your best bet was to run down because Hecarim is also there. So if he sees it, yeah. But they also had a ward here, so that's kind of awkward for you. So they'll know. But like they won't be able to chase you. I mean, like Diana has this thing. Uh, that's good. That's good. Jump on Diana. Walk. They know that you're there. Jump on Diana. Oh, Jesus.
I canceled it.
Well, kinda. It's all right. Exhaust Yasuo.
Oh.
I'm sure Hecarim saw what you were doing, but like you would have made
Yeah.
it. It would have taken you an extremely long time to get there. Try killing this
That
bitch. Try killing this bitch. Oh, never mind. Oh, that play though. I knew
I
that
know,
was gonna
right?
happen, but remember to get ready to use your W. Okay, so right here. I mean, this was obvious. As soon as you saw the Darius, like you had the potential to just burst him real quick. You have a control ward it. Otherwise, use your trinket right here because they're gonna keep going. I saw what you were gonna do here. It looks like you're trying to R him. I don't know how come you're not having the distance to R him, but be prepared to W defensively, like almost always. And then when she jumps on here, this is kind of obvious. So use your W to blink away. You know, like that's the whole
Yeah.
point of having it. Um,
I do need to use it more often.
Your W, like you do in fact only skill it once. It's just that like it's better for you to use it. You don't use it offensively as much as you use it defensively. It's a very defensive spell. So instead, when I say use it offensively, I just mean like you've already seen where you could use it one time. It's the top lane dive. Kill this. Oh,
Yeah.
W W W W W W W. W. Remember, control wards don't reveal where you are, and it's unlikely that these people are smart enough to buy sweepers. Like the likelihood of you seeing a top laner, a mid laner, and a jungler building sweeper is relatively low in the elo that you're in, and if they buy control wards, it does not matter. If they have a Lee Sin on their team, that is the only threat that you will ever need. Like Lee Sin and maybe Shaco are
Sweep
the only threats.
Sweeper doesn't reveal me either.
Sweeper doesn't directly reveal you. It reveals your location, but not you. If it reveals your location, Lee Sin or like in this case Yasuo can toss a tornado at you. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
your whole point is to defend yourself against auto attack projectiles as well as be a surprising fact. Just the factor of stealth is like too powerful. And like Lee Sin is the threat right now, and the reason why I say Lee Sin is just a big threat is because he's the top jungler right now. Like you have to know this. Like statistically, he is the top jungler. So seeing
Yeah.
a Lee Sin
Yeah.
in your game automatically makes you play completely defensive. Lee Sins have thousands of gank paths. Lee Sins have like different jungle routes, different ways they can gank you, creative ways, aggressive ways, defensive ganks, like counter ganks, everything, all kinds of measures. You can't afford to play aggressive when that kind of champion is in the game. You already don't play aggressive enough, but you can't you're not supposed to play aggressive pre-6, right? But like he can dive you too, like you know that. Like just because you stealth under tower doesn't mean you're invincible, you know? If people do
Yeah.
try to dive you though, definitely use your stealth under tower. And don't stand still when you stealth. Move. Like, really move. Like, keep the opponents guessing. Where the fuck are you? But, yeah, the only champion that like, role that you'll have to be afraid of when you're, playing as, Akali is the support. Now, it's unlikely that the enemy support is, what do you call it? Smart. So, they will not likely build Sweeper or Oracle Alteration. Hit him.
I don't know
Oh
what this
my
guy's
god.
doing.
Get fucking out. Okay, hold on. Flash? Flash is important right there. His flash is up. Your flash is up, his flash is down. This is free. Push. You need this tower. In fact, you should just keep pushing. No, you're running Thunderlords, right? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll check your
Yeah,
masteries soon. I'm gonna look you up on OpGG while we're waiting here.
Is there other options for Akali?
No. Actually, yes. Storm Raider Surge.
Right.
Because that's a carry. That's more carry based. Because if you feel confident that you're gonna win your matchup, let's say you win your matchup, right? So what do you do when you win your matchup? You take your lead elsewhere, right? That's how you snowball, right? So So tell me how an 80 carry escapes a Storm Raider Surge Akali. A fed Storm Raider Surge Akali. Like you kind of just don't, right?
You're Tristana and you jump and alter.
Yeah, but like, what happens when you what happens when you're what happens when you're Akali? You're good at Akali and you press W to negate auto attacks or something, and she can't ult you. So she jumps, then you flash on her, and then you flash R her. She'll ult you away. You ult to a minion if there's pray that there's a minion nearby. Then you ult back onto her. You have 3 stacks. Remember? Kill this bitch. He missed everything.
The lantern spooked me, so
Oh yeah. Well, I understand the lanterning spooking you, but wait, I think you can kill both of them. To be honest, I really think you could kill both of them. You have Hex Tech. Okay, so when Thresh misses everything, like it's the same as Crank. When Thresh misses everything, you can't do anything. Look, he misses Hook, he misses Lantern. I don't know how you miss Lantern, but that's cool too. It blocks your path, but like he aimed it terribly.
And then
He only has box. Just fight him. Remember, you have stealth. He has no flay. He can't flay you out, and like they'll reveal you. So you're fine. You also don't need to flash. He can't be in range. Like he's not in range, or well, barely. But yeah.
Yeah. That was just a fight I was unsure about. Like I didn't want to go all in and like.
You're 4 levels up on Thresh. You can kill him fast.
And then I thought, oh, I got Hecarim here now.
You're
And
2
then
levels up
Thresh
on
was there.
Darius. You still have this under your command. Yeah, see? So the Lantern fell, yeah. Take that top wave. Ward that bush. Ward this bush. Ward this bush. Ward this bush. No. whatchamacallit, their jungler isn't there at this time. This is crazy. Okay, so his exhaust is down. Time that. Nice blink. Okay, there's Diana. Move up. Nice. Okay, you can fight. You can kill the fucking. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I mean, like, still retarded.
I don't know
Just not
why he
understand.
came.
You're not supposed
I
to
don't know why he
stay.
came back.
Like, first of all, you missed all. You're not really good at landing your skill. First of all, you're playing. Okay, the mistake he made was playing Thresh. Like in his level, like he missed every skill shot, and he expects like, oh, I'm good. No. Second, he boxed, and then he exhausted you, which you should time. That's important. That actually helps your AD carry and your mid laner out. Oh, and Hecarim
Okay.
because he runs on speed. Exhaust is also important because like as soon as exhaust is back up, like you're also every single player except for the support is endangered. So when you try to kill somebody, do not ult every single time. Like you have 3 stacks of ult. Ult once to get on them, wait for them to make a move. Like do your combo whatever, wait for them to make a move. When they
Okay.
flash, ult again. Don't like ult, then ult again. Like you know what I mean? Like to burst them. Like ult, do your combo, and then hit them really hard and stuff like that. If they flash and you think you can close the distance without having to ult, W and do that. You know what I mean? If they
Yeah.
have a second dash, like they do the wet dream Yasuo thing and just, like that shit right there, you might have to use your second proc ult. Like you know what I'm saying, right? And then okay, so for this is a little crazy. Like you didn't
Yeah. I got.
for one, you need to W and then you run because like you can't just aside from the fact that there are two here and like I know he's weak, but like the reason why I told you you could kill Darius and the reason why I told you you could kill Thresh is because you're higher level than them, which means your base damages and your stats are a lot higher. You also have a lot of unspent gold. Remember I told you to check items upon combat, like especially a Yasuo, because like Yasuos are prone to tilt, but like he has 100% crit right now, so he will kill you, especially if you don't have Zanyas. So going in on him when he's even levels, like he's actually kind of fed based on this. He's 7-6-1 with 158 CS. So basically, like he has just as many kills as you. And actually, he's more fed than you. So which means because of that, he gets a kill and a shutdown. So he's gonna get even more fed. So at this point, if he's smart, he would build Maw. If not Maw, he would build Dead Man's Plate or Randuin's, but that's not gonna happen. Like he'll have to build something to itemize against your team, and be really tanky. In fact, he could just build GA and he would be hella strong. So with that being said, you can't fight anyone that's equal to your level and if it's that fed. You didn't check any stats by pressing tab before going in. You also don't know if he has summoners up. So if he had exhaust up, right? Like nobody, obviously nobody pinged anything, but like you have to assume
Well,
that he has exhaust up.
Oh wait, no, that was Thresh's exhaust.
Yeah,
Never
yeah.
mind.
They have 2 exhausts. That's why
Yeah,
that's the importance of pressing tab.
that's what I was gonna say that he used his exhaust on me earlier, but that was Thresh.
Yeah. He's 8-6-1 now with 164 CS, so he's extremely fed. The fastest way you can kill him is to use your W to stealth in, so you like dodge a Q or dodge an auto, wait for him to make his move, then jump on him. But you can't do it alone because like he can kill you within like 3, 4, 5 autos, and whether or not like his wind wall will block your Q projectile, which is kind of retarded because it does no damage anyway, but you need it for combat. Lamau. But that's pretty much it.
I don't know. He must have had vision of the Krugs and he eat it because I was confused. I'm like, how did he just do that?
Wait, hold on.
Did you see that?
What, the burst? No, no, no,
No,
no, no.
no.
It's because what I'm looking at right now is the fact that because like you haven't used your teleport. I'm trying to think like what would be the best method possible for you to actually make an impact on the game, and I would say that you should have gone bottom. And the reason why is because if you could teleport, you can just teleport to a minion in the mid lane and then just guarantee that tower for free for a 5-minute cooldown because you don't use it very often. Because like Akali flanks aren't that dangerous compared to like a Maokai flank or a Hecarim flank or something like that. Just kill this guy. Stealth, 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 stealth. Stealth, stealth, stealth. That's kind of awkward. Jump on the Caitlyn.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's
I
fine,
kind
I
of
guess.
I used them at the same time. I didn't utilize
Yeah.
them.
You can't do that because like it actually reveals where you are. Because it's fucking, you're in stasis, you know? You're not stealth if you're in
Yeah.
stasis. Because like the game treats it as you're invulnerable. But like, You're kind of like supposed to be invisible, so they can't make you invisible and invulnerable unless you're in a bush. So for that, I think pushing bottom would be fine. And then the reason why is because you notice your team was mid, right? So they're and the top lane people from the top are running down, which means that the first thing that they have to do is respond to mid. Then your team will, if they don't take the mid tower, they will have to go bot. They have to do something. They either fight or they see the tower is open for another lane, bot lane. So you that's what happens. So let me go back. Watch. Look at the so look at where they, oh wait, whoa, I went back too far. So you look at where bot lane is standing, right? And look where they are mid lane. So there's one, two, three, and I think there was a fourth person coming. So Diana can't defend alone, right? And you got Hecarim on your back, but that's fine. So Hecarim would have gone somewhere in the jungle, maybe warded on his own or something, maybe try to get a pick in the middle of the jungle. But you got Draven, you got Yi, and you got Cho'Gath versus Diana. That's pretty easy if Cho'Gath lands the rupture. Your team comp does not have wave clear. You don't want to go. You want this. You do not want this game to go out late because Caitlyn will just start wave clearing and shitting on all you guys. But obviously that's a different factor. Anyway, you would go bottom and you just start pushing. Hecarim would do his own thing in the jungle, maybe make a pick, maybe not. I don't know. But you guys would be pushing mid. It would just be a stalemate until reinforcements arrive in the mid lane. Then mid lane has to back up. This wave is already rolling bot lane, so they'll have to rotate bottom. You get down to bottom sooner than the enemies do. So that way you can secure a tower. You just go back and forth. Now it'd be even easier. Like you would make this play even more if you had a dragon at your disposal. Like if there was a
Okay.
dragon that was coming up too. Like this is why the importance of pressing tab comes because I need to know objective timers. If a dragon was coming up really soon, that means that with that rotation, you know how they have to go and defend the towers, right? They can't defend the tower. They can't defend the towers and be offensive and try to contest you for dragon all at the same time. It's too much movement and it's too far of a distance to travel. It's too threatening of them to just go through fog of war unchecked and stuff like that. Because when they're traveling down, they might be warding along the way. That's two, maybe three wards. How many wards does the Sightstone have? Three. So potentially four. So they'll constantly be losing and regaining vision as they keep traveling. And it's rarely that a support will travel down, then recall, replenish wards, then travel down or down from top to mid, drop some wards, then has to recall, then come back to bot lane with all new wards, then ward along the way down. Like that's way too long of a timer. That's at least like 8 to 20 to 30 seconds of extra time. That's a rotation right there, and that's a free drag if there were a drag right there. Which is why the importance of pressing tab and checking objective timers. So that's just one simple rotation. Um, the only reason in TLDR it's just go bottom, like because there was a big wave. Plus, you
Right.
get farm, you get solo EXP, you present a threat down at bot lane. Your team is able to also regroup with you because it's the most optimal approach to the game. Because look, now they can go mid. Where's the minion wave? Not there. So where did they go most optimally? You ping it, it's bot lane.
I I'll tell you what my plan was if that makes a difference.
Well, what were
I
you
did
planning to do? Were you trying to just make? Because if you're making a
I
pick, you can't make a pick because you have no vision in that area. Like that's why I said Hecarim can do his own thing. If he gets a pick, he doesn't, or he doesn't.
well, I wasn't I guess it doesn't show it, but I wasn't planning on going all in. I was planning on just like distracting them so they could like get free damage on the turret with
Yeah,
just being there.
no, you can't assume that, and the reason why is because looking at it team comp wise, where's your wave clear? Like who is your wave clear? You can't
Cho'Gath.
Cho'Gath support can't wave clear. Like you have to actually have a reliable wave clear champion. Like Master Yi's Alpha Strike can only hit 4 minions, but also the RNG might bounce it towards champions, and at the same time, it's one of his defensive tools too. So like if he's using his defensive tool for a form of wave clear, which has a very like strange cooldown, like it's kind of awkward. So if you want to
Yeah.
take a tower, you can't be distracting or making picks. Like you have to. This team comp is actually a split push based team comp. Like and the reason why is because it's really simple.
Because
You
of
you can kill anybody. Almost
that's what
anybody can die to you. 100%.
right.
Okay, hold on.
It is
Like
displayed here.
yes. So like they can't answer to you. So knowing that this is the case, no, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. There okay, no jungler, right? So there no jungler. Look at what Darius is doing. He's recalling or he has to stay. Hecarim and Cho'Gath and Draven are getting into position. Yi is not there yet because he just probably bought items. He has 1981 gold. Keep pushing. Teleport from Darius is up, 100%. He only has to teleport to it, but he can't. Infernal Drake's
But
stolen. Bad. That is bad for your team. But that doesn't matter. Just keep going. Move in between your autos. Go around this side of the turret. And the reason why is because these minions are gonna try to hit them, and these two, if they see these guys, they're gonna stop attacking the tower. Well, I
okay.
mean, like now it happens, but like you can kill these minions because like if you kill the minions, the wave doesn't just stick here. Like look, it's kind of stuck here. Like for this little brief moment in time, it's kind of stuck here. You want it to shove as soon as possible. Look now, because now like you kind of just abandon the wave instead of actually threatening them, and all this CS is gone. Like it should be gone to the tower, but instead it's actually gone to Diana, and you didn't want that. You don't want any CS to go to them at all. So if you if you killed those minions sooner, it would go sooner to the tower, which means that Diana gets less CS. I mean, she'll get CS, but just not as much as she should be getting. And like when you're trying to starve your opponents of gold, that's really critical. Four, 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 four. Okay. You didn't ward the bush immediately. Flash Diana, that's important. Kill her. That's fine. Your escape. Warding this bush is important because like this is the choke point for Baron. Push top. You could go bottom, but that
Uh,
doesn't really matter.
the bush I did, or the one that we were fighting in.
This one. Okay, so you have two wards, right? Um, the one you were fighting in. This one right here. Cause
Yeah.
you wouldn't have to use your again like so. Um, let's go back a little. So you ordered this bush. You know, like you based on where she's walking. She
I know
goes
she's coming.
no. She can go two directions. This way, or up. But no matter what
Right.
direction she goes, you can ult her. So you ward the bush. While that bush is like, and like she goes, so she makes the choice to enter. So you would just ult her as soon as she enters, or just ult her in general and just fight her without using this W. Then she gets bursted, right? And then this is kind of a little awkward for you, but like that's okay. So she flashes, and then you would use your third ult proxy. So that would make sense. The only difference is you just save the usage of your W to, let's say it was someone else, like let's say it was a tank, like let's say it was like a Maokai or something. Like it would take longer for you to kill him, right? So you would use your W to close distance and get an extra auto or something off. It's just like your W should be used to close distance, to make up for like a proc of your ult or something. It's a creative way of approaching it. And then another thing is like warding this bush is also important because Baron calls. Like some people might like you see Master Yi's dead, and then Hecker might die right now. So if they're crazy enough, they recall, and then they just start forwarding towards Baron, and then they walk through Baron, so you know that they're doing Baron. But this bush doesn't really reveal anything. Like this bush just indicates someone's gonna try to stop you, but nobody can. But they all know. But you know that they can't stop you, so that bush ward is sort of irrelevant. But it's like vision is still vision. If you see this plant, just hit it. You should really hit it like this way, like to the right, just in case there's a ward in there too. Oh my God, there's a free pick. She's dead. She's dead. She's dead. She's dead. Dumbass. The fuck stands in there? Like you just saw Akali murder your fucking teammate. Push this wave out. Level up your ult. You really don't need to group. Like you can if you want to. In fact, actually, it's free. Just run down. No, just run down and cut them off instead of. Oh, actually, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I was right. You didn't need to. What the fuck was that ult? This hacker just like fucking pressed the ground. Holy shit. I think you should have gone Rylai's over Lichbane. Rylai's is always better than Lichbane, because like Lichbane it gives you burst, but like Rylai's gives you health, and the only one that can kill you really hard is Darius if he manages to get his shit off. Um,
Yeah.
if
Or
actually no,
Yasuo.
not Darius, yeah Yasuo. So Rylai's to slow him, and anybody else. Again, like when you're split pushing, your goal is to kill people, right? So you can't kill people if they get away from you, which is why Rylai's and Stormraider Surge is like super big for you.
Okay.
But that's only if you know that you can win the matchup. Like you can't just take Stormraider Surge and like in a losing matchup. Like if you're up against a Lee Sin and like it doesn't go to late game, Stormraider Surge is kind of pointless because like he's gonna fuck you up in the early game, and like you barely have items to come back in the mid game, late game. You know,
Right.
kill him, kill her, kill her, kill her. Don't be afraid.
Well, my idea was to push towers more quickly. That was my split pushing method.
Yeah, but they're gonna have to respond to you, so you have to kill them in order. Like you can't push towers when they're alive. Like you have to know where they are, and that's the whole
Right.
point of being a. This is a special kind of top laner. Like you have to know. You have to know where they are. This hilarious. Peace out, nerds. Jesus.
Bye.
Push that top lane wave. Ward this bush. Right here, in the corner, in the corner, in the corner, in the corner. Don't face check it. There could be someone in there, but I mean, obviously they're not. Okay. This is
I
such
saw
an
them
easy
fighting.
flank. Yeah, this is an easy flank for you. Oh wow.
That was
Warding that bush
melee.
also is important because like you can teleport to it later. You haven't used your teleport very often, so
Yeah,
here's a good tactic. Look at
but
this wave, right?
right.
This is a very aggressive move, and it comes with great risk. But it's unlikely that they're gonna fall for it, or it's unlikely that your opponents are gonna actually do what I'm gonna tell you that they're gonna do. As soon as I finish explaining this, so what you do is you shove this lane, shove it like past this, like you know where second turret is, right?
Right.
Shove it past there. Okay? Don't even think about this. It's fine. It's fine. Watch. So you shove this lane, right? Like really hard. Oh well, okay, so your teammates are dead. This is the reason why you can't do it. So you would shove it like right past here, like one more wave, right? Teleport bottom. Shove all the way up to here. Now you have two Nexus turrets, or you have two inhib turrets under threat. Then they have to go respond to both of them. You go mid, you make picks. Or you go bot, you stay bot, you make picks. Stealth. Oh my god.
I tried.
Okay, so stealth doesn't negate that obviously because it's a lock on point and click ability. Let me see.
I don't think I
If
could
you
have done
ult
anything
auto
different.
if you ulted and immediately Zanya's, I think you would have done something else. But like they still would flay you and you wouldn't be able to catch it. Now the top lane bot lane thing, it only works if your team was alive, and the reason why is because like when they send two to respond, right? That means there's three in the mid lane, right? Which means it's 4v3 numbers wise you win, but then you rotate mid. How the numbers change because you're doing an Akali flank on 5v3. But at the same time, on your way to flanking the mid lane, you can kill somebody that's going bot lane. You understand? Because they cannot
Right.
just send like they can send anybody, and you can kill both of them. Like any one of them will die. They send Caitlyn down bot lane. Bad mistake. She dies. They send Darius down the bot lane. He dies. Diana, any one of them that they send to bot lane will die if you do this. But the thing is, it is an extremely aggressive move. It costs you your teleport. It costs you map pressure. It might lose you Baron. And the reason why I say it might lose you Baron is because you just TP'd from top to bottom. The way it's supposed to be performed is bottom to top. Yeah, that makes sense, right? Because
For Baron place.
yeah, because then you shove bottom, then you teleport top, and then like the wave is set in motion, and then you're already at Baron, and then you guys just do Baron, like this, right? Like see this wave, and then you respond to it, right? E auto blah blah blah, and then if there's anything that ever happens, oh, I'll just teleport over there, right? That's pretty
That was my
straightforward.
plan.
Yeah, that's how it's really he was gonna miss that. Like there was a possibility of him missing that, Lamau. Shove. And then, like, the thing is with the play I'm telling you, it only works if your team was alive. That's why I said do this situation. Like, I would have done it if, like, my team didn't die. Because then I know that, like, the next thing that has to be done is someone has to respond to bot lane, someone has to respond to top lane. It's 5v3 if I rotate mid lane after I shove bot lane. And at the same time, after you shove mid lane, you can rotate either top or bottom, depending on which one you killed first. So that way you have two. That way you can take up to two towers, maybe three, and inhib. Like it just like that's just as important as getting Baron. You know what I mean? Like that's fucking huge because that can lead up to you getting Baron. Stealth, stealth, stealth. Nice. Run towards your team. Wait for it. No, wait for it. Don't be like don't yeah like now you go for it. Wait right there. No, okay. So what you would do is you actually use the plant. So right here. Run right here. You know Cho'Gath is right there. You ward this bush. You have two wards. You place this bush right here. You stand right here. Just walk right here and ward over the wall. Don't move, right? And then like so he wards it. So then you would hit the plant. Cho'Gath is there. You just start fighting. You win the fight. Plus you have Zanyas. So you would come back, you would surprise them because like jumping over the wall is like a gap closer, right? And if he was stupid enough, he would
Yeah.
actually face check and then like jump into the wall, so you wouldn't need to ult anyway, you know? Like so, you can use that plan to your advantage right there. As stupid as it is, that was the best thing you could do because you jump on top of them. Because then they don't know who to focus. Like, oh shit, do I jump on Cho or jump on Akali? Well, obviously I should jump on Akali. Then they get fucked by Cho Rupture, and then you kill both of them. Oh my god, you monster! Don't move.
I was waiting for
I
it, but
swear to
no one
fucking
showed
god.
up.
It's too far of a wave. Like it has to be like up here. Caitlyn's over here, Diana's over there. Just do it. Also,
Yeah.
if they're smart, they would just look at the wave, because there's a Baron in power. There's a 5 Baron in power, 6 Baron, 7 Baron in power creeps coming at me. Like, why? The fuck hit you?
I had no idea where he
The
was
fuck? Oh,
actually.
he's at Gromp. He's at
I think
Gromp.
he accidentally hit me.
He's at Gromp, like 100% at Gromp. I was like, how did you
I
get
think
stopped? No, get Rylai's. You get Rylai's and Rylai's and then Death Cap. You don't even have to have Lich Bane. The thing with Lich Bane is that like you kind of waste a little bit of the gold because you don't get the mana
because of
from
the
it.
man. Yeah.
That's actually important because like you want to spend your gold as efficiently as possible, especially when you're carrying. And while Lichbane is like a really good tool for dealing damage, you got your Hex to Gunblade. That's more than enough. Um, like if you're ultra
Well,
fed, like Lichbane is fine.
yeah, because that was my entire plan was the split push towers. That's all I really bought it for. So
Yeah,
we realize is better because
it's because you can make catches. Because like you're like the whole point I'm telling you this is like making picks is actually what your team comp is designed to do. I'm basically telling you what your team comp is designed to do. Because you take towers based on making picks. Nice, nice. Kill the Caitlyn when she makes a bad decision. Like you can be patient about this and then just jump on the Caitlyn when you find it necessary. Oh my god.
I was trying to be patient about it.
It's cause with this, like I knew this was gonna happen, and the reason why was because, look, if you look at right here. Okay, so she's charging in, so this is gonna be a team fight. You use this bush to your, you could use this bush to your advantage. Your goal is to see, like, remember when I said Caitlyn was gonna be a threat, right? Because like her long range prevents it from like from you from actually doing anything. She also healed for no reason, but it's very hard for you to catch it. Your entire plan was to actually just jump on the Caitlyn when you can. Because your burst should be fast enough to kill the Caitlyn, and she can't get away from you. She'll have heal. You have to assume that she has every summoner spell, because that's usually how it is.
That is what I was going for.
If it's
I
not Caitlyn, you
I
can
did
also go on
go for
Diana.
it. That was my plan was to go on Caitlyn when they were distracted, but they died too fast. I actually thought we lost, but they had no minion wave.
No, you can't. Okay, so with this, okay, so the way the minion wave was pushed, like let me see. Somebody cleared it. Was it Yi? No, no, no. Okay, so with the Baron Empire, oh, they had supers. Fuck. Oh yeah, your Baron Empire minion saved the day. What
Yeah.
was it? Like there was a point in time. Okay, so Hecarim's ulti like feared all of them, and that's what like caused. As stupid as it is, that actually saved you. That temporarily saved the game. Temporarily though,
Was
not guaranteed.
was our Baron minions?
Your Baron minions just held the ground, but like it disappeared as soon as Draven died.
Yeah.
Look at bot lane, look at top lane. Top lane's gonna push. They're gonna have to defend it if they don't manage to like win the to end the game here.
The same with bot too.
hmm It's more important for the like it's retarded.
More slowly, but it'll push too.
Ult to the super creep if you can get to it, and then try to catch them, but otherwise you can't. Holy macaroni. Does he have ult? Yes, he does. What? Why did he do that? Why did he ward right there? He just keep going straight.
I don't know.
Press tab. You need to press tab to check your objective timers. Obviously, Baron was just taken like a moment ago, so it's not going to be up. But you need to know when the next objective timer is. Your best bet is to go bot lane together. Shove out mid lane because it's going to be super creeps impacted. Kill Diana. You can kill Diana. She has Zanya's, right? She has to have Zanya's
Mm,
by now. Like, Diana always builds Zanya's after Nashor's
I don't
Tooth.
I don't think she bought it.
Don't
I
ulti
don't
creep.
remember her using it.
Like, at some point, as Diana jungle, you have to build Zanya's. Because you ult in and Zanya, you ult in E Zanya's. Like, that's how it works. Or flash E Zanya's. Because, like, you just pull and initiate. It's like an initiation tool. Like, it's kind of like a Victor initiate, except, like, it's instant. But you
Yeah.
Zanya's to negate damage on you because you're really squishy. No, 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 don't ping them back. They need to shove that lane. It's a super powered, super minion impacted lane. And even if if they take the next inhib, like, you know, it came back up, but that's still a threat. Kill her. Kill this bitch. It's four mid. You can take this. As soon as she was revealed right there, you got this. Okay, never mind. She's gonna defend bot lane. She defends bot lane. You go. Yep. Go, 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 go. Don't. Caitlyn, no flash. Stealth in. Stealth in. Stealth in on the Diana. Okay, you kind of dropped an R there. Use your Hextech Gunblade.
Yeah, I could have. Yeah.
If anything, you can use your Hextech Gunblade on the Caitlyn, then jump on the Diana immediately. Instead of having to just straight up jump on the Caitlyn, you just zap her, she dies. So then he gets a reset and he can make his next move. Like, you pressing R on him obviously gives him a reset, but he had to step forward like twice. So like he kind of just like stopped. He could have just returned on Thresh, but it's all good. E. E. Use your E. You have Lich Bane. Use your E. Cause E doesn't like require you to be near minions to use it, and then you have Lich Bane, and then you auto your Lich Bane is up. Press E and auto it. You know, like use the Lich Bane to clear it faster, and then they
Yeah.
FF. But still, um, you said you have Lich Bane, but like you don't really use it like here. This entire time is only like once like here, and then you use it again. But like to push the towers, if you actually want to use it, like you have it procced, and then like you have enough energy. Lich Bane is up. E auto. Like you know what I mean? Like just to get it like going. Get used to doing that, even though like it's not really an item that I would buy on her. So this team fight right here, Diana splitting from them was kind of the bad thing. She's one of their only two initiates. This fear is huge. Yasuo dying is also fucking huge. Caitlyn flashing is extremely huge. You just press R on her or zap her. Just press 2. Oh, he already turned on the Thresh. Never mind, he's smart. He instantly turned on the Thresh. Like, that's fucking genius, Yi. Yi's fucking broken too. Like, you guys play like the season 1 champs that are broken as fuck. Like, Yi just presses like right click and like you can just fucking die. But like,
I was I was not too fond of him taking Yi mid, but he's like,
Yi
oh, it's
mid is
OP as
retardedly
shit.
bad. It's really bad. It's just Yi in general is a hyper carry in silver, so like it's pretty good. Um, what you can do to improve here is is pretty simple. Just use because you have items and you have spells that you can use to close distance. Because zapping them and then using blink on them just gets you closer. That's equivalent to you dashing on top of them, right? So you save a dash, and like you
I
get a
think
reset.
Gunblade would have just killed Caitlyn anyway, so I
Yeah,
shouldn't
that's
have.
what I'm saying. Like you save a dash. Like
Yeah,
like it like dash stacks do matter because like you only have so many, and if you don't get a kill, you it's kind of bad because like if you don't get a kill, you don't get a reset for a free dash. So my advice there would just be just like in the whole game overall, you've had some opportunities where you don't need to just use summoner spells in order to make an aggressive kill or a move. So instead, what I recommend you do is just practice using your spell again creatively. This is what you could like. I think I told you the same thing with Lee Sin. Um, I've seen Lee Sin's use ult just for as a tool to kick people. It's not just a kick; it also does damage. When you're fed as Lee Sin, you use it to kill people. Like not just not just a I'm gonna kick you back to make an insect play. No, it's more than just that. And then it's also like you can use it creatively, as in the sense that it is a soccer ball move. So like you can potentially get a 5-man knock up, and then Yasuo kind of ults that or something like that. So like there's so many
yeah.
ways to play like spell. Like I never thought about using I never thought about using whatchamacallit. Let me name Tristana's jump as an offensive double bounce harassment tool because like it's just too difficult to make happen. I never thought about using Jace's fucking EQ combo in like the sideways version where you would just shoot it and then like you get like a if you put it like what is it vertically instead of horizontally you gain more presence with it because if you put it on top of yourself you get it vertically, which means you get the running duration, the haste speed, it lasts longer because it's on top of you longer. So like every second you're on it, it's constantly refreshing. So I was like, wow, Narakyle did that because like he's a Jace one trick, and then I never thought about
Yeah,
using Wukong
because
ult like
you're running
offensive defensive.
along it instead of through it, right?
hmm
That's why you get it longer.
You're running through it constantly refreshes the buff. Like if the buff lasts 3 seconds on you that when you run through it once, if you're running through it constantly, it's gonna be 3 seconds until you get out of it. Like
Right.
it's just kind of weird. The basically you run longer. It's like having a ghost when you use it correctly. See right here, you could use your W and you don't have to. You just save an ult stack. Let's say you don't get the kill, right, and then you just ult out.
I could have saved it to my flash too instead.
hmm Also, if you
Use
save
the
it, right? If you
W
save
for
it,
the auto.
here's another thing. If you save it, right? If you're actually crazy enough, you could also you look to teleport to another lane, and with all that presence, you could just teleport down and just try to kill somebody too. You did not use teleport this game. If you don't feel like the matchup requires you to use teleport very often, you can actually substitute your teleport for ignite. I take ignite on my top laner sometimes. Like when I go Swain, I don't care what lane I go. When I play Swain, I take ignite because I like to murder my opponents. I played Swain versus Shen and I took Ignite versus him. I pressed E, Ignite, he died. I played it against Riven. I level 1 after harassing her down the tower. I pressed E, then Ignite, and she died. Like It's a threatening. Okay, so the thing with taking ignite as a top laner, again, you haven't used your teleport like very much. You canceled it actually. You remember like over here,
Yeah,
like once you canceled
I
it, but
I thought it was a good play, and then I saw Yasuo.
right,
That's why I
but
canceled it, right?
well, also the fact that there's two wards there. There's a control ward stopping you from actually going there, so they would have backed up regardless. And where you teleported was also warded, because if you remember where you died, they warded that bush. Remember that you can use your ult. You have like so many paths that you can go out of, like to use your ult. So
Right.
it's fine for you to use your W to figure out an escape path. But remember, never stand still when you cast your W. As for your CS, let me go to the 10-minute mark. 10-minute mark. 10-minute mark. 10-minute mark.
It wasn't
Um,
that good because I was defensive the whole
right.
time.
That's what I'm saying. The thing is, like, for every CS, you still miss CS, like, in the lane, like, in general. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the CS that you could not get, um, the CS that you could not get in the lane because you were being zoned, that doesn't count because like that's matchup based. But there's CS that you could get that was like safe for you to get. It's just that you missed the timing on. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
why won't they go back? Okay, so it's at 68. Yeah. So here we got, oh, what the fuck? About 62 CS, right? So that's like you're only 40 down, but like maybe you can get like another like 9 or 10. So you'd be about 70 CS. Like that's fine for being behind. For like 70 CS at 10 for being in a matchup that doesn't favor you specifically, that's actually pretty decent. So keep that in mind. Just like the only thing is whether or not you're behind or ahead, you have to see as better. Like it's just like you treat every single farm as if like it matters, and of course it like obviously it matters. It's fucking farm. And then when you're using your Q, obviously remember don't bother using your Q really like to harass him. Like unless you get a free auto off, it's not really gonna be worth it. A tough matchup for you in the early game too is Gnar. Like Gnar or
Yeah,
Quinn or
because of his
Vayne.
range, right?
Yeah, just because they're ranged, like they have an advantage over you because like they just have to sit back and wait for you to try to CS again. And like with Darius, like he tries to zone you from CSing by being melee, and you punish him by throwing a Q back at him. But again, he just regenerates his health as soon as you do that. While that's fine. Like Gnar, however, like he constantly will be able to auto you like from distance. So I understand like if you go 60 CS on him at 10 minutes, that's fine too because like you're gonna get zoned a lot. However, when you hit 6, you actually should be trying to actively kill him before he decides to go back and buy an item. Like like some matchups like you just can't do it, but like sometimes matchups require you to go all in at 6 because like you have the ability to go all in at 6. Like Akali versus if you also decide to queue, it's top mid because like Akali can be played top mid.
Right.
Her jungle clear is alright, but don't really play her in the jungle because that's a different story. Mid lane and top lane aren't really that different. Like the only difference is when you're playing this exact champion, because like the only difference is just knowing the matchups and like how you play each matchup. The difference is that in mid you're gonna be facing more mages, so they're gonna be ranged, so you have to get used to being zoned. So if you're used to being zoned in the mid lane, then obviously it's easier for you to continue playing elsewhere in the game, right? Knowing that, like champions like Twisted Fate, like that's a champion that I can easily tell you that like he's a matchup that's really easy for Akali because pre-6 you're gonna get zoned by his cards, gold card, red card, blue card, and wild cards like coming out constantly. But then at 6 he has no way to defend against you. If he misses his gold card or uses blue card on a creep, you go all in. Because that's just how
Right.
it is. It's the same thing with Darius. If he like decides to use his Q to farm creeps instead of harming you, you easily win every all in because like what can he do to you at that point? Like okay, you ult in, I'm gonna pull you. What's that gonna do? He's gonna auto W auto. That's gonna hurt, but that's pretty much it. Like you really don't have any threats once he misses his Q on creeps, right? And so you have like
That
a 9-second window to attack him while that's there. So take advantage of your opponent's summoner spell. I mean, not your opponent's summoner spells. Their ability cooldowns, because that's going to win you all trades as a Kali plus 6. Um, so
that was,
like right
that was
here,
my exact thought for that first blood was
yeah,
that he was 60% health. He used his Q on the minions, and I dodged the pull. I was like,
yeah.
it's now
Like
it's free.
now the thing is like you didn't do that when Thresh missed all his abilities, and you're also 2 levels up on him. I'm sorry, you were level 13, so you're 4 levels up on him if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember.
Yeah,
I know you were 14. You were 13. Darius was 11, and you were and Thresh was 9. You could easily kill him because he barely has max either hook or flay, and Thresh is, well, he missed everything, and he has Lantern. It doesn't matter. If you kill him fast enough, he's at half HP, then Darius comes in and tries to save him, so what? You have stealth. Like, you're not supposed, you weren't supposed to be at that moment. You didn't have to be afraid of anything, and you can actually you actually could have set up a huge lead for yourself if you had jumped on the Thresh immediately, because like you know that he missed every single, like what he has left is his box, but that's easily
which
avoidable because like you
which
simply have
doesn't
a
stop
blink.
me from ulting.
Yes, not only does it not stop you from ulting, but it also like you're to make up for the distance that box like jumped on you with. Instead, you just use your blink. Like you could use your blink in a creative way and use it to avoid the box itself. Like it's possible, but it's very difficult, but it is possible to avoid the blink itself.
Now, I'll have to look it up, but I'm pretty sure it's the same distance you can.
It's not flash distance. It's not flash distance.
It's not flash
It
distance.
should not be flash distance. Flash is a little bit bigger, I think.
Actually, I think it's the radius of your W.
Oh, yeah, that would
Because
make sense because you always appear in your W. Yeah, that's not flash distance, is it?
I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure the way it works is you press it and it goes down where you were and you blink to where your mouse is.
So that means that like when you're chasing people, then yeah, you can use your blink as a creative form of a creative tool. So keep that in mind. What else is there? Cooldowns already we just talked about. So like when Thresh missed everything, just make sure you like try to kill him. Diana can easily like do the same thing, but like she doesn't really like. You guys are just jumping champions. It's gonna be hilarious. So that's pretty much it. Like there's nothing other than like the teleport play I told you about was just an aggressive move that you can do. The reason why it's so aggressive is because if you fail it or your team doesn't do the right things, your opponents can easily just do a Baron call right there, and you won't be able to make it in time. Instead, you just trade an inhib tower or something for it. During combat, you should skill up your abilities. Like you have your ults available that you would have done a lot more damage if you just skilled up your ult right away. You do have control R on it, right? Like control R.
Yeah.
It's not that. Yeah, I level up my abilities in combat if I see it. It's like an OCD thing, but it actually does help. Cause like during fights when you know you're about to hit 2, especially when you're in the bot lane or in jungle or something, when you're about to hit the next level, you just start spamming Control W and just use your W as soon as you see yourself skill level it up. It's like an instantaneous thing, cause you know you're about to hit 2. Um, with the level up in W, that just means you do a shit ton more damage.
Yeah, I was trying to practice that.
Yeah.
And along with tabbing and getting summoner spells.
The thing with tabbing is that I don't see you do it when you need to, like, you need to check for information, but you also ping the information to your team that, like, what I'm gonna do, like, you need to ping Dragon and you need to ping Baron when they're coming up and stuff like that, so you can tell your team that you're gonna make a play, so you can do something to make a play for that objective, because your team is aware, your team will be aware that that objective is in fact coming up. Example, Ocean Drake, Infernal Drake, Mountain Drake, you know, like drakes that are really important. Cloud Drake, who gives a shit, you know, like that kind of thing.
Right.
So you also should use your teleport in conjunction to that, because using your teleport properly, like revolving around that objective, you know, pushing the wave that is opposite side to the map of the dragon, or pushing the wave that is opposite to the side of Baron, will allow you to teleport over to the Baron and then create like 5v4 threat. And then you don't have to even fight the Baron yourself, because you just don't need to fight the Baron yourself, because like you'll never be in a position to have to hit it, because like if you start hitting it, you'll probably tank it, and that's gonna cause a lot of HP loss for no reason. Instead, you can just sit around and zone people. Like E has to go and commit to chase. You have 3 gap closers. You can easily use 2 of them and then jump back to a minion or something when you're trying to chase and you don't manage to get the kill. So keep that in mind when you're playing as Akali. I can't think of anything else at that time, but just use if you're not gonna use teleport, like you can practice using ignite. If you really feel like you're going to be a threat with Ignite, just know that, like, obviously when your opponent has teleport, even if you kill them, they'll just teleport back to lane. And then if you're good enough, like post 6, you can just kill them again. Like, you know what I mean? Like you just kill them, and then they teleport back to lane. You wait, they overextend, you kill them again. Now they don't have a teleport. Now you're on even playing fields. You know what I mean? And then at the same time,
Yeah.
Ignite's also good in the late game, if you're especially if you're running Storm Meter Surge, because it contributes to the 30% damage that you have to deal for Storm Meter Surge to proc. So that helps. And Storm Meter Surge is also good for closing gaps as soon as you start getting 30% damage. Obviously, it has a really long cooldown. Be careful when you're face checking bushes. You should be using your trinket a lot more than you are in this game. There are a lot of opportunities for you to like, because anytime you're looking like you're gonna face check a bush and there's a lot of people Mia, really you really should ward the bush so that you don't, because like you don't know if anybody's in there like at all. Like I feel like threatened because like I can't make calls based on like the amount of vision I have on my team. Like you have one ward here and one ward here, but like the jungle is like completely dark and nobody's in mid lane. You know what I mean? So like what's to stop them from just like hiding in one bush waiting for you and then killing you? Shit like that does happen. So ward the bushes and like at the same time like they warded bushes too. Like just saying, like just be careful with that. That's all. All right, let's go over runes and masteries. So this game was a 12,
Yep.
5, and 8 game. So I'm gonna load it up on your thing and it's taking a moment.
Can you
What the hell?
share screen?
Oh yeah, it's kind of loading right now. Like what the? I can't load anything. Hang on, let me refresh this page.
The OP?
Yeah, OPGG is like stuck. Okay, got it. Oh, there it is. Oh, I refreshed the page and it did that. Okay. No, no, no. I want the 12, 5, and 8 game with Hecarim. Okay, builds. Okay, now that I can see it, let me share the screens. Okay. Increased ability damage, feast, natural talent, and bounty hunter. Like this is completely fine, and it's pretty obvious the reason why it's fine, right? Because you natural talent is necessary because you need to max the effectiveness of your abilities. You can put 1 point in vampirism, not necessary. It's possible. It's fine if you do. You don't have to if you don't want to. You can go crazy and you can go double-edged sword because if you're it really doesn't work well with you because it's an early game thing, like really, like
Yeah.
yeah. um but when it comes to this one, you can take assassin because you're a top lane killer and you're going to be split pushing most of the time, and then biscuits aren't really that useful to you, you know, like while the potion lasts 10% longer, you also don't get 15 mana like usage each time. So
Uh,
while Biscuit is good for certain lane matchups like the Darius and the Bleed and stuff like that, you had 4 pots versus the Darius. You know, like 4 pots versus the Darius isn't really like you don't need that extra. You don't really need that extra amount of HP because like you're not gonna like do anything. Yeah, yeah, right here. Yeah, so I was right.
there.
You didn't finish your masteries over here. That looks kind of funny.
The
Hey, right here.
Yeah, I changed it. Oh yeah, I didn't take the bounty
Yeah.
hunter, but I did take assassin. You were
Yes.
looking at the Wukong game,
Yeah, yeah. Right,
which
right. I'm just
I
saying
got
like your
I got
masteries are always
dumpstered.
different. Um,
Wukong shits on Akali. I found that very easily.
well, because like you can he negates one of your ulti stacks if he plays it right.
Yeah.
Cause like you're kind of focused on pressing R, but then like he stops and like you press R in the clone, so you wasted your ulti stack. So that's where the patience
I
part comes in. Hybrid pen is
uh,
correct. This is correct. This is correct. This is correct. This is correct. Everything is correct on your mastery page. Just need to fix aside from the you can pick bounty hunter or double edged sword. Doesn't really matter. Maxing spells it's QWE or QEW, but you want to make sure that you get your W sometimes at level 2 because remember, like if you're up against a Lee Sin or up against someone that is a really aggressive early game jungler that doesn't have to rely on buffs to gank, such as Zac, Rek'Sai, Nocturne sometimes, using your W as a defensive tool to get away from your opponents is also a really optimal approach to things.
right.
Vampirism is
Uh,
okay for a mastery.
I can take 1 point or something.
Yeah, like 1 point is fine. It's not that big of a deal. And then next is your your runes. The only thing I advocate for is if you're mid lane, take the rune page you ran for top lane against Darius, which is lethality right here, AP, armor, magic resist. However, if you're just and the reason why you take this for mid lane is because the 9 magic resist really helps against your laning early. However, if you're up against going against top lane, if you're just not a magic user that you're going up against, just trade your magic resist, like some of it, not all of it, like trade like 6 of it for either A, cooldown reduction per level, or B, trade it for AP flat. It's your choice if you want to trade it or not, though. Kind of depends.
Uh,
Like, you know what I mean? Like that little bit of extra AP could help you or something out like that. But you just don't need that extra magic resist. And then health per
right.
level is fine too.
Yeah, I took it because I was against Malphite.
What? Health per level?
Yeah, because he was AP based. The
Yeah,
armor
yeah.
doesn't really help
Yeah,
me.
yeah. This is fine for the top. This is good for against like mid laners too. Health per level as along with magic resist flat. And then the other page is good for like general top lane too for just flat stats and defensive overall. Another set of masters you could take is the Grasp of the Undying set. That's like really tanky Akali. It's stupid as shit. You take Hex Tech and then you build Sunfire Spirit Visage and Rylai's and you're basically invincible. And GA.
Yeah,
But that requires you to have like a really like aggressive mentality because like you have to be really tanky and really fed. And then Storm Raider Surge is if like you're really confident in the matchup. Generally, like Akali doesn't really win any matchups till 6, so that's where the Storm Raider Surge actually truly kicks in. Um,
I can't remember who it was, but there is a couple that you can trade with before level 6.
Melees.
Melees
There's a Russian
besides
player
Darius.
with your name. I'm
He's
serious.
not.
There's a Russian player with your name.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, so we're gonna look at it here. See, like it's the same thing. Like we're gonna look at items. So it seems that these Akalis, like we're gonna look at top lane ones. Obviously, they just built one tank item, probably because like it's how they trade with their laners. Um, we're looking at this. It's like it's pretty standard, right? Like if you pick you look at the pick rate of the items. Merc treads make sense. Like that actually makes sense. In your game, I actually would advocate for Ninja Tabi because
For Darius?
they had Darius, they had Yasuo, and they had Caitlyn. So 3 AD damage dealers that revolve around auto attacking. So you mitigate a lot of damage. And then they had Diana, who does do auto attacking too. Their
Yeah, I was
CC
gonna
wasn't
say,
as
does it
heavy
really
though.
matter because she's AP anyway?
Yeah, Spirit Visage is pretty good. You want to look at the ones with the highest pick rates. So this makes sense. You built this. Lich Bane has like a 62% win rate, but only 500 people. Like it's like a 2% pick rate. So you know what I mean? Like most people just build this and this. Like Designers is huge. Hextech is huge. Boots whatever. Doran Shield is pretty good for early game sustain. Um, I think you only use like 1 or 2 pots in the early game, right? So like Doran Shield would be
Yeah,
fine
because
too.
I was super safe,
Yeah. So like you don't
and
have to always build cloth. You know?
plus my health, my passive healing.
Yep. And then health regen from the Doran Shield helps you win trades if you actually decide to trade early, which is really rare. But yeah, so here's QEW, see, or QWE, QE, QW, QW, and QE. Some people do QE, some people do QW. The most standard one is QWE, and then max Q, and then max E, then the max W. Some people, what the fuck, max E first? I don't understand. Um, as for
For the
runes,
cooldown, maybe?
I don't even fucking get it. But for runes, where's the hybrid pen? There's no hybrid pen. All of them run magic pen or attack damage. Oh, here it is, hybrid pen. This is the one I would prefer right here. There's so many different runes. Masteries, we already know Thunderlords works, but then there has to be a Storm Raider Surge somewhere. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Deathfire?
50%? 50% win rate. Exactly 50%. That's a retarded set of masteries. Storm Raider Surge is 12 games with a 40% win rate. I prefer it because like you move so fast and you just wreck people. But we're gonna look
I
at
guess just
matchups.
it just depends on the matchup, right?
Storm Raider Surge?
Yeah.
Oh wow, Pantheon win
Like
ratio.
like I wouldn't want to go against Darius with Storm Raiders, right?
Never. No. Someone with against Storm Raiders would be Nasus. You need to catch up with him because he withers you.
Right.
Shen too. That's a pretty good matchup. Like you know what? Like matchups that they can't really respond to you when you try to all in them. Um, champions like Malphite can respond to you, Garen can respond to you, Jax can respond to you, Singe can respond to you, but like Shen can't really respond to you. He just taunts you and you're kind of like meh. So Storm Raider Surge could work against him. Uh, Rumble can respond to you. He can go crazy. Timo definitely can respond to you. Nasus can respond to you, but he can't really like hard respond. You know what I mean? So, um, when Pantheon
Timo
stuns you and tries to all in you, you can definitely reply with him by full comboing him. Killing Pantheon is pretty easy. Swain is kind of easy too, but Swain's been being picked a lot. Very difficult champion to master, but like it's not that bad. And here's the summoner spells. Simple, right? Ignite or teleport. Your choice. Mid lane though, don't take teleport. That's pretty straightforward, right? And then
Yeah.
top lane, take ignite or teleport, doesn't matter. If you're confident in your abilities to carry, just take teleport or take ignite every time, and then just kill them. Cause that's what Akali does at 6, like guaranteed. If you're afraid of matchups like Morgana, if you're afraid of running into a Morgana, if you're afraid of running into a Lux, cleanse. I mean, like cleanse works, right? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just treat variables into account, and then when you have teleport, treat split pushing variables into account too, because I'm gonna stop screen sharing. Treat split pushing variables into account because that's really important, because like the way I'm telling you to split push and stuff like that, because you built lich, it's because the situation called for it. You built Lich Bane, you are strong, and you can kill anybody. Then you can just teleport and make a Baron Call or something like that. But if you have Ignite, if you can kill anybody, you just can't teleport. So it's still kind of a threat. Like the risk of going to a certain lane while while Baron is up for grabs, the risk of your team losing Baron is higher when you don't have teleport. However, if you're more fed, the risk of them, like the chances of them actually committing to the Baron are a little bit lower, because like when you're fed and you're split pushing, they might send their jungler, which is kind of stupid. They might spend their mid laner. They're gonna send somebody that isn't their support to try to deal with you. Then they're gonna lose that member if you kill them, especially when you have Ignite, right? So
Right.
if you kill them, you come out on top, which means that you come out with a man advantage. Start walking to Baron, you move fast. Just ult to another minion or something. Ult to a jungle creep. Do something to get yourself closer to Baron, but don't waste all your ult stacks. I mean, they come up pretty fast, but they, aren't like infinite unless you get a kill. Like, yeah.
Which
Uh,
which was my entire plan because I knew I could kill anybody except for maybe Yasuo.
if he has
Probably.
exhaust, he comes out on top. He has exhaust. Remember, he comes out on top every time.
So you think I could have fought him if he didn't though?
Well,
Even
if he has the fuck else does he take actually? What,
if
ignite?
it's on cooldown though.
If it's on cooldown, the only thing you have to worry about is getting knocked into the tornado. Like, if you get hit by the tornado, you kind of lose the trade, because like you can't
Which is
Zanya's in the air and he'll just whack. He can, when you are knocked into the air, he can auto you then ult, which would basically maximize his damage output. You fall to the ground, you Zanya's, he waits, he charges up stacks if he's near minions, because he's really good at doing that near minions. Then
yeah.
like you come out of Zanya's, you can stealth, but if he stabs you when you out of stealth, you're already in trouble, and it crits. And if you have static shiv, it lightning crits. You know what I mean? Like, you have chances to die, but you also can 100 to 0 him quick. So it's
I
very,
I feel
very,
like I
very nice.
can easily counter his tornado by just alting
Yeah, just ult behind him. Obviously, this is pretty fucking easy.
because it goes behind him. He shoots it. I ult and like it's done.
Yep. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward.
But yeah, besides him, I was pretty confident in killing anybody on that team. So I
Yes.
thought split pushing was the best option.
You want to take advantage of that. Remember, like, your split pushing is only stopped by people that like are way too tanky for you to handle, or just people with massive wave clear. Like, if Ari comes down, she'll just Q it, W, and run away. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's really straightforward. Now, the thing with the problem with your team comp is that your team comp does not have efficient wave clear. Your team comp, it doesn't mean you have no wave clear. I mean, it's just terrible. Like, you're wasting way too many resources. You're wasting Master Yi's Q. You're wasting all of fucking Cho'Gath's ability. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a waste of your team's mana and resources to wave clear like that. You can't just wave clear um you can't just wave clear like so inefficiently with your team, because then like that prevents further rotations to bot lane or top lane, because you just spent so much mana. And then if they decide to engage on you when, like, say Master Yi's out of mana or his Alpha Strike's on cooldown, what is he gonna do? I mean, obviously he's gonna chop him up with auto attacks and shit, but that's not gonna work out really well when he doesn't have a lot of mana at the end of the day.
Right.
So with that being said, just like you obviously just have to take into account a lot of factors. Like, let's say you had like a Victor on your team. Now you make a different play. You can just start pushing. Oh, check this out. I'm gonna push bot lane, and then like you just start decking bot lane, right? And while that's happening, Victor's clearing mid, and it becomes a stalemate mid. But while it's a stalemate mid, you're decking bot lane. So then, like, they start responding to your bot lane. You kill somebody, they do Baron by pushing another wave mid. They might take the mid tower too, so that's 2 towers potentially down. Then you guys do Baron, and they have 1 dead, so it's 5v4. and you have vision control, then you can kill someone that tries to get onto the Baron because you're a Akali. You just jump over the wall and kill whoever tries to smite it, especially if it's their jungler. And then it's 5v3, and they have no jungler, and they have no whoever responded to bot lane. Let's say it's a mid lane, so they have no mid and no jungler. So you come out on top in terms of numbers, objectives, and gold. Like, that's just the simplest rotation that you have to get into the practice of doing. You can do that on AD carry. You can do that on mid lane, top lane Akali. It doesn't matter. But with AD carry, it's a little bit different because you are prone to dying faster. Whereas Akali, when you got fed, it's you kind of just don't. You kind of just 1v1 whoever. Like, it's not.
They have to send at least 2 or 3.
Yeah, but again, you can
if they
actually
want to
deal.
kill me.
But you can actually deal with 2 or 3. You know that, right? Like, you're aware that how strong you are, right? Like,
Yeah.
because like when Darius and
Well,
the Thresh
that
came out on
time,
top.
that time with Thresh and Darius, I was kind of hesitant. I would say.
Yeah, that's all. Okay. This time just start doing more Akali-based logs. I'm okay with the Akali-based logs. It's fine, but then you're gonna eventually hit a plateau in which like some of the things don't work. And at that point, it's either your mechanics or it's just your fundamental knowledge of the game. Like you're gonna like from this point, like I don't think you should send me VOD reviews or any more coaching reviews until you like basically there's gonna be like you're gonna keep climbing. Like obviously it's like the I'm gonna stop for now. Here's how it's gonna like work. You can keep climbing until like you just start getting into this area. Like I can't get out of this X elo.
Yeah.
Why can't you get out of that elo at that point? Like right now with Akali, you're gonna be winning a lot. I'm sure you're gonna be winning a fuck ton because it's fucking Akali, right? Not just because
100% win
it's the
rate so far.
champion. It's not just because it's the champion, but it's also because like you're fundamental. Like just killing people is like fine, but like you haven't. I didn't see any examples of translating leads, which is like that's not there. Like it wasn't present in this game because like you didn't do any like good rotations or anything like that. Not everything was obviously perfect. It's just that like there were a lot of opportunities that you could use to punish people more using the summoner spells that you had or the resources at your disposal. So
Right.
what you can do is you can just keep climbing on your own until you hit like a certain elo in which that you just like you just kind of stop climbing. Like what I mean is like you're gonna be losing as many of your games as you are winning. Like you'll go on a 7-game win streak, then a 6-game lose streak. Like you know what I mean? Like eventually you will stop because that's just how it works. And it's not just because of your teammates, but it's what at that point it's what you can do better to perform to outperform the others. So I guess in for now I'll wait until you hit that plateau because if I just keep doing the weeks, I won't see the errors that you're making yet. I mean, aside from dying, because like Akali shouldn't really die too many times, especially when you have Zanya. So that's the only thing I'm concerned about because you're dying a lot. The 12 and 5 game, like you didn't die as much, but like there are some unnecessary deaths. Like you came mid to 2v1 the Yasuo, but like you can easily 2v1 the Thresh and Darius, but you can't 2v1 the Yasuo who's equal levels on you because at that point you weren't checking resources, so that's kind of too much. And you had 2,500 gold to spend, and then he got a shutdown, which made the game a little bit more difficult on your end. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Yeah.
like just like small mistakes like that, you can easily just fix. But like you will hit a plateau eventually because you're gonna be one tricking a champion. You know what I mean? So I just recommend you one trick the Akali all the way up to until you can't climb any further. Like you'll be stuck at a certain elo, but don't demote. Like just try not to demote. Like just like you'll be stuck in the elo. Just don't demote. That's all I ask.
Yeah.
And until
You
then,
you can see the OPGG. Like I kept doing that for 80 carry. Like I'd
yeah.
lose 3 and win 3, and then
You hit a plateau on 80 carry. Sometimes you go off, like you got a pentakill on MF that I can see here. That's pretty sick. But then some games like you kind of just like go down. So instead, just work on the Akali. Akali is just like it's not a very difficult champion. It's a point and click. So just take that to your advantage.
yeah.
See where you stop climbing, and then like commit to the role. Commit to the role that you're playing though, because like for 80 carry, it's just in general, it's hard to be an 80 carry this season. Like it's stated on every
Yeah.
single person's stream in the entire world that it is very difficult for you to be an 80 carry.
It feels like
You're just gonna die.
either we win the 2v2 or jungler helps, and whatever jungler,
Jungler helps.
to-
That's being generous.
just you just get decimated after that.
Correct.
Whichever jungler helps, You just get dominated.
It's just 4v. It just becomes a 4v. It's just a 4v2 lane at bot lane after a while. So just treat it like it's not like any other. It's like you can do that shit too as a top laner. Just saying, like you could do 4v2
Yeah,
also. So keep that in
because that
mind using your teleport.
because that was my idea with Misfortune, because I thought she could deal with the 4v2 better.
Simply because you can ult or what?
Yeah, that, and she does so much more burst damage than Jinx. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll try that instead, because like Jinx can't take on four people at 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like she can in at 40 minutes, but
Yeah,
not
obviously.
not
Jinx
10.
mechanics. Yeah.
So I thought, yeah, that's why I picked Brand when I get autofilled too,
It's fucking
because you can.
hilarious. You just press R and you win. That's
Oh,
straightforward. That's actually really smart of you to do to pick Brand. Like Brand is actually a broken ass support and it always will be broken.
yeah, but and I know, since I'm an 80 carry main, I know what to do and like how the lane works and what I should do with trading and all that.
Correct?
So
That's what you should be taking in from playing other roles. Remember that every time you play support, support is just everything that a laner does already or is supposed to do already, but you just
just
you
don't
just you
take
just don't take
minions.
CS. That's it. It shouldn't really be that hard to explain support. Like I don't understand how people like say, "Oh, I'm very bad at support." That just means you're a terrible laner, so you shouldn't be playing lanes anyway. Like what's the point? Like this is the reason why supports can't support because like they don't know how to lane, so they can't do anything else. If you master support, that means like you already you know how to lane. So like
What
that's just how
what
it
I
is.
what I can't do as a support is just sit there and be Soraka.
Yeah, I mean
That,
that
and
is just a little
I
bit too
tried
difficult.
Janna too. I was the tornado I couldn't get used to, and I don't know. I like being aggressive with just like burst damage. So I was like,
Right?
okay, I'll just take Brand.
Everybody and their mother plays support either plays Brand or Bard because or Thresh because those are the heavy carry supports that actually deal a shit ton of damage like more than you expect kind of
And
damage,
if Brand ever gets banned, like I'd
which is
probably
very
just,
fucking rare. I ban Brand most of the time.
if it ever happens to me, I'd probably just pick Vel'Koz because it's
That
just like
works.
same thing.
It's because people don't know how to dodge the poke, but like you really gotta land skill shots. That's why like it's good that you're playing champions that don't land skill shots or don't
Yeah.
require the usage of skill shots, and just keep it that way. And the reason why you should really keep it that way is because like it's just at that point it's just now it's just game knowledge.
Yeah,
And then like
I'm working more on the fundamentals.
being on a Akali one trick isn't even that bad. Like I mean like it's just dirty, but like it doesn't matter if you're like climbing higher than anyone else. So just focus on the climbing part. And then I'll see you. I guess I'll see you when you hit that plateau. You have to hit it eventually. I'll see what you're doing wrong then,
Yeah.
because then at that point you wouldn't send me one game. Like you would have to send me two or three, and then I can start seeing the errors that you made. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
it just becomes like it just like you just have to hit that plateau first, obviously.
Right.
All right. So I guess I'll see you like maybe in like a few weeks. I guess right?
Yeah, that sounds good. Sometime in February, I'll message you.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess in a month. It should be in a month. Yeah. I go to vacation in theory on the 26th. In theory, that's when I
Yeah.
should be getting my shit done. But like yeah, 26th, and then we should be good by then. Um, I mean, you can ask questions and stuff still. Obviously, I'm always okay to answer and stuff like that. It's just make sure that like you know what you're supposed to be doing, right? The logs, everything, like all the time for Akali. Just keep mid and
You
top.
just want the Akali logs, or when
Y-
I get autofilled or
No, no,
whatever
Akali
happens?
logs are just Akali logs are fine. Like honestly, like if you get autofilled, it's whatever's. I mean, like if you get autofilled, get autofilled, but like don't lose too many games if you get three autofilled in a row, because at that point you're kind of just like that's just kind of disappointing. Because
Yeah,
like
it's
you
like,
can
oh
perform
well.
better than that, is what I'm saying.
Well, I always queue up as 80 carry second, so it's not like I won't know the role unless I get autofilled, and
Are
then
you
I
not
just
queuing mid top for guaranteed
Akali.
Akali?
No, I've been doing top bot.
Oh,
Should I do
okay.
mid?
Well, I mean, it's just your goal is to
It's gar
if
Yeah,
your
it's
goal is your goal
guaranteeing
to
Akali, right?
Well, yeah, because nobody plays against mid Akali very like nobody's gonna play mid Akali very often, so you're not gonna get Akali banned or anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, because the question is whether or not are you trying to climb with Akali only? Because then that's where you're gonna hit the plateau, or are you gonna try to do something else like actually learn top and bot? Because like top and bot, like if you actually don't feel like 80 carrying anymore, you should just one trick Akali, like and then just move on towards
Well,
another
I
champion
love
later.
the role. It just seems so hard at the moment. But I
What, 80
enjoy
carry?
80 carry.
Yeah, everybody loves the 80 carry role.
I just it sucks right now. So
Yeah, 80 carry role does in fact suck right now. But
like even Twitch is I tried to play Twitch and like he's supposed to be broken as shit, but you still get dumpstered if the jungler comes.
every single champion in the game gets fucking crapped on as soon as they just have teleport opportunities. It's just like, all right, come on, man. Like, can I have a moment of peace around here or anything like that? In that case, like, like you're gonna have to one day you're gonna have to actually learn how to deal with camping. And until that day comes, like I'll just be waiting for you to send me like three. You're gonna have to save like three different replays, maybe even VOD reviews. That would be even better. And then we'll just do all
Yeah,
three at once or something, and then we'll just try to figure out what the errors are in your actual climb and see if it works. Because like
yeah,
you're gonna have to hit a plateau eventually. All one tricks hit a plateau eventually. Um, the ones that don't hit a plateau are the ones that actually deserve the high challenger. Like Wukong, like Alorum used to be a challenger one trick Akali. I mean a challenger one trick Wukong only, and he hit a plateau, or and then he stopped playing Wukong, so he just started playing other champions such as like the meta tops. He became
right.
a meta slave, like everyone says. So that's really important.
The one trick that I do watch is Box
Yeah,
Riven.
but comparing his Riven to Revenge Viper, Adrian Aries, and EDH, which is like a booster Riven, their fundamentals of the game are much better than Boxbox's. While Boxbox is in fact challenger every single fucking season, he plays more for entertainment purposes rather than for what Adrian and Viper do. And because
Right,
Adrian Viper and Revenge, they're they're boosters, which means there's something different there's a difference between entertainment and boosting. The difference is that they know how to win games. They know how to close games. And that's one of the most important things when you're playing a champion, knowing how to close the game.
right,
And all the things I'm telling you from the side lanes and stuff like that, like that's one of the tactics you could do to close the game, because like you're causing them to be on their feet all the time. So if you're constantly putting your opponents on your feet and you make like really aggressive plays, like they're gonna start panicking and start creating chaos within themselves. They must start flaming each other for no reason because they got clearing the waves and weren't there for the fight. Where were you? Where were you? Kind of thing. So that's one of the reasons why split pushing is so important on your champion. But like Adrian and Viper and stuff like that, not only are their mechanics like 100% solid, but they just, like I said, they have the fundamentals down as well as knowing how to close games. That's what makes them good boosters, because they know how to close games. They know how to end games fast, and
right.
they're challenger one tricks and on the top of the challenger ladder for no for a specific reason, because they're just that good. Like Box might know how to close games and stuff too, but like he if there was a 10 ban system, like he can't play. Like that's
Yeah, because if well, he's very well known, so he does get banned a lot. So he'll pick Gnar, I think is
10 ban
secondary.
system, but there's a 10 ban system is what I'm trying to say, right? So
Right.
if there's 10 ban system and let's say they're actually toxic enough to ban every single one of his champions, at that point that separates
That's
the one
it.
tricks from like that's what separates one tricks. Like I have like for support and like mid and stuff like that, I have a lot more than just like 10 champions, but like I'm not good at every single one of them obviously. Revenge, Viper, and Adrian might all be good at Riven, but they're not Riven one tricks. There's a difference between a one trick and a main. So he mains Riven, but he can also like play other shit too. Like Revenge plays Vayne, he plays all the mechanical champions. You get the idea. So like it's not like it's the end of the world, but like you just have to know what to do, because they know how to play the game and they know how to play their champion. So combining those two together, that's where they start skyrocketing in terms of like control. Like they make really good calls and stuff like that too. All right. So I guess we'll talk later when you start hitting an elo plateau in which that like it just becomes like a really a stable place where you're kind of stuck there and it just keeps going and then you're like kind of like if you hit gold that's fine, you know what I mean? Like you'll hit it eventually and I'll figure out what's wrong then.
I'll make a guess at being stuck at my silver one
Like
promo.
silver 2 or something, like Jesus.
But,
Probably. All right. So I'll see you then.
all right. Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. Later.
Later.
Alright guys, thanks for watching. This has been LOL Veggie. You may add me on Skype right here, and my coaching uh, is now available. Twitter is here at LOL Veggie, like once I said. Um, coaching sessions are available all throughout the week, and just